welcome to a very special program here on WION, where we are in Davos, the host of the World Economic Forum 2026. I am Dharamjot Kaur, and in the next half an hour, we will tell you all that unfolded here at the annual meet, where global leaders from politics, business, and policy came together to discuss the big issues shaping the world. We also bring you key moments from Davos with a special focus on how Kerala has been making its mark on the global stage. As the forum got underway here in Davos, a lot of attention shifted to regional and state-level pitches. Among the key showcases this year has been the Kerala Pavilion, which saw strong footfall since day one over the next 5 days. The pavilion witnessed a steady flow of global investors, industry leaders, and policymakers, with Kerala using the Davos platform to present its strengths across technology, manufacturing, sustainability, and knowledge-based sectors.
The World Economic Forum 2026 turned the snow-covered town of Davos in Switzerland into the center of global power and influence. The 56th annual meeting convened under the theme A Spirit of Dialogue against the most complex geopolitical and economic backdrop in decades. With over 3,000 leaders from 130 countries attending, the summit focused on building resilience in an era of heightened uncertainty, focusing on 5 core pillars: cooperation in a contested world, new sources of growth, investing in people, responsible innovation, and prosperity within planetary boundaries. As the 2026 meeting concluded, it was clear that the new reality requires intense dialogue and new forms of cooperation to manage a fractured world. As the forum got underway in Davos, regional and state-level pitches emerged as a major part of the global conversation. India made a strong presence at Davos through its pavilion, with 10 Indian states participating this year. Each state used the platform to highlight their unique strengths and sectoral opportunities. Among them, the Kerala Pavilion quickly stood out. Right from day one, it saw a steady flow of global investors, industry leaders, and policymakers, many stopping to engage with the state delegation and seek a deeper understanding of Kerala's economic model. This was Kerala's second time at the World Economic Forum. By the end, the South Indian state secured investment commitments worth $14 billion.
Out of the EOEs signed in the last Invest Kerala Global Summit, we could convert 24% of the EOEs to construction stage within 10 months. That is almost 40,000 crores of rupees investment. This time we are focusing for EOEs, and Kerala looks a total investor commitment worth $14 billion US. That is Indian rupees 1,17,000 crores rupees. 18,000 now, 1,18,000 crore rupees. Almost $14 billion US EOEs.
Kerala is positioning itself as a state that is thinking ahead on climate action, technology, and inclusive growth. The state has committed to reach net zero emissions by 2050, well ahead of India's national target of 2070. placing Kerala among India's climate leaders. From the world's first fully solar-powered airport in Cochin to India's first certified carbon-neutral farm in Aluva, Kerala had already set strong benchmarks in sustainability, and at Davos 2026, its pitch was clear, inviting global investors to be part of its success story.
Global energy crisis is something that we are looking at very, very carefully. Data centers are energy guzzling, and which is why we are looking at having an energy policy which is also very sensitive to the environment. Kerala is the first state to come out with an ESG policy so that we balance all the competing interests.
Kerala is also fast-tracking a green hydrogen ecosystem and clean energy solutions to cut emissions across transport and industry. In healthcare and technology, the state is leveraging digital tools from telemedicine to artificial intelligence and blockchain. Kerala is building the workforce of tomorrow through lifelong learning, digital skills, upskilling initiatives, and strong industry-academia collaboration. Innovative programs in digital literacy, AI and robotics education, and internship industry linkages are preparing youth for a dynamic global job market. Kerala has been declared India's first fully digitally literate state, achieving this milestone through the statewide Digi Keralam initiative, which trained millions of residents, including seniors and homemakers, in essential digital skills to bridge the digital divide and ensure universal access to online services and governance. With a strong focus on climate-resilient farming and women-led MSMEs, Kerala is presenting itself as a future-ready destination for global investment.
Sir, I want to ask you, how has this visit been for you, since this is the second time in a row that the delegation is here? What were the outcomes? Can you walk us through what was different about this visit?
As you said, this is the second time. Last year was a maiden visit. It was only to test the waters. So this year we wanted to find out how exactly we pitch Kerala and whether we should focus on our traditional strengths or we should focus on our something that we now call our new strengths. The realization is that I think we should do both. Kerala, God's own country, is the most popular tourist destination in India. So we found a lot of interest in investing in tourism as part of new wellness centers, very, very high-end wellness centers, in investment in higher education in the digital sector, because Kerala is the only 100% digitally literate state in India and also the only one with a digital university. And because it is such a beautiful place, there's a lot of interest in having the silver economy aspects also looked into very carefully by the investors to have wellness centers in Kerala.
At Davos, Kerala positioned itself as a knowledge-driven and future-ready economy. Officials highlighted opportunities across technology, advanced manufacturing, sustainable industries, and service sectors, backed by a strong human capital base.
Kerala is the right destination for responsible investment, also for knowledge-based industries. Earlier, Kerala, well known for its achievement in social service sector, education, and healthcare. Recently, we could eradicate extreme poverty and also succeeded to maintain the first #1 position in sustainable development goals from its inception. These last 10 years, we have focused on infrastructure development and also for industrial development. Earlier, we were in the last position in ease of doing business. Last year, we had been ranked the #1 in ease of doing business. This year also, we could consistently maintain the #1 position and recognized as the fast mover in industrial development.
Kerala is #1 in the tourism sector, industrial sector, and also healthcare, and a lot of other attractive areas in Kerala. And in this God's own country, I request all the international, now in Davos, from all over the world, investors are coming, geopolitical leaders are coming, and intellectuals are coming, professionals are coming, policymakers are coming, decision makers are coming. So it's a right place for them to invest in Kerala because we have got all natural resources.
The pavilion also became a space for direct, unfiltered conversations. From formal meetings to informal walk-in discussions, allowing investors to interact directly with policymakers and senior officials.
I'm very pleasantly surprised by how much Kerala is doing for talent and entrepreneurship. I heard about Startup Mission, which I think is a very amazing concept. It's where startups can come, register, and get help from the government, and the government does everything to help these startups. And so the entrepreneurship ecosystem, as well as the talent ecosystem, is definitely a surprise to me. The nature aspect, I know Kerala, God's own country, we've all heard, and it's a beautiful state. And the additional thing that they're also doing is coming up and thinking about ESG framework, which is also excellent. I think the amount of government investments into talent industry is just phenomenal and a pleasant surprise.
We were actually very pleasantly surprised to meet with the Kerala delegation, and they're very open for us to evaluate from an energy perspective the investments in within the state, and also looking at from manufacturing perspective, very, very proactive environment over there.
And you?
So I think I'm quite surprised, but not surprised actually. I know the kind of work Kerala has been doing, and they were very hospitable. Honorable Minister P. Rajiv sir was very, very hospitable and very, very upfront. So were Additional Chief Secretary sir, Mohammed sir. So I think very, very pleasantly surprised, and they have invited us to explore more business opportunities in Kerala. And we as LNK Energy would be doing business in Kerala for the first time, and we are excitingly looking forward to it.
I think it's a great progress. I think there is a lot of opportunities there for Kerala. With the current AI skills, it's very important. I think Kerala contributed a lot of the growth outside of the Kerala. I think it's the right time all these people come to Kerala and develop Kerala.
One of the key moments of Kerala's presence at Davos came with the Kerala Day presentation. Led by Industries Minister P. Rajiv, the session gave a clear picture of the state's development model and investment plans. The discussions focused on Kerala's startup ecosystem, public health infrastructure and social progress, including the growing role of women in leadership. Let's take you inside the event.
An important moment of Kerala's presence at Davos was the Kerala Day presentation and panel discussion held at Abraham House near the Davos Congress Center.
Kerala is physically well connected. We have 4 international airports.
The session was led by Kerala Industries Minister P. Rajiv, accompanied on stage by Chief Secretary A. Jayathilak, Additional Chief Secretary APM Mohammed Hanish, and KSIDC Managing Director Vishnu Raj P. The session offered global investors and thought leaders an eye-opening insight into Kerala's present capabilities and future vision. With strong emphasis on the state's accessible public health, infrastructure, and robust and inclusive MSME ecosystem, and its progressive social framework, notably with 37% women in leadership roles across sectors.
What is Kerala after all? India's emerging hub for responsible, high-tech, sustainable industries. Read along with it the fact that the first environmental social governance policy in India was made in Kerala. So we go to the philosophy of nature, people, industry, and responsible investments, responsible industry. Among the 28 Indian states, as India is a big country, as all of us know quite well, we have been ranked number 1 in terms of the Sustainable Development Goals, the health care, school education, e-governance, the penetration of the internet, mobile penetrations as high as more than 100%. Last 4 years, you can see the kind of employment that's been generated. And women-led enterprises, out of the whole number of small and medium enterprises, 37% are women-led enterprises, which is absolutely a high number, huge number, I should say. And among my small and medium enterprises, we focus on the 1,000, the best and the brightest 1,000. We call it the Mission 1,000.
Special focus was placed on emerging growth areas such as green technology, green energy and medical device manufacturing, positioning Kerala as a preferred destination for sustainable and innovation-driven investments. The presentation also highlighted Kerala's long-term development vision, which focuses on balancing economic growth with social progress and environmental responsibility. State officials underlined that Kerala is looking for quality investments that align with sustainability and inclusive development. Kerala showcased its strong human development indicators, including high literacy levels, skilled manpower, and a growing pool of global talent returning to the state. The state also spoke about ease of doing business reforms, including single window clearances and faster approvals through digital platforms aimed at making investment processes smoother and more transparent.
Beyond presentations and panel discussions, Davos has also been about direct engagements and serious investment conversations through the week. Kerala positioned itself as a future-ready destination for global capital.
The World Economic Forum is also about closed-door meetings where serious investment conversations take place. Throughout the week, the Kerala delegation held multiple bilateral meetings with global CEOs, investment funds and industry leaders.
We've just had a discussion with the Kerala officials about setting up of some of our portfolio companies in Kerala. I am very positively impressed by the efficiency and speed that the Kerala government is acting at, which is quite unusual for a government institution, to act with such an efficiency. We've signed an MOU literally in 10 minutes. So again, very impressed by that. I've just had private discussions with some members of the cabinet who explained to me that Kerala is apparently leading the ranks in India in terms of ease of doing business. I can only concur to that based on my personal experience. So I certainly wish Kerala government and administration all the best in terms of implementing their innovative, efficient policies.
It's good to see Kerala making waves at Davos, and great to see delegation in full force, signing a lot of MOUs. We hope a lot of industries will come to Kerala and make God's own country really, really more beautiful, prosperous, and create impact at scale.
So I've had very productive discussions. Obviously, very progressive administration to deal with. It's a state that is destined to do well with all the talent that is available, in locations like Trivandrum and Cochin. So very excited to be partnering with the Kerala government to make it as one of the preferred destinations for global capability centers.
The Kerala delegation also held a series of high-level engagements with international political leaders. These meetings focused on exploring opportunities for collaboration, partnerships and investment. One such key interaction took place with Mohammed Saeed, the Minister of Economic Development and Trade of the Maldives. He visited the Kerala pavilion and held discussions with Kerala Industries Minister P. Rajiv and senior state officials. Mohammed Saeed also spoke about the strong and growing partnership between India and the Maldives.
How do you see the engagement going between India and Maldives in terms of businesses, in terms of investment, number of hoteliers and people invested in your tourism sector? Has India linkages?
Excellent. We have several flights in operation and a lot of growth from India as well. And I think, like you mentioned to me, it's it's a few hours of travel. And after Hanimadu come into operation, President is also, not only north but south and other, in areas where resorts are not in operation yet. We are giving, as a government, we are giving a lot of incentives and encouragements to build more resorts, especially in north. And when that happens, for especially the South Indian market, it's just a matter of, I think, 30 to 40 minutes of flight. So very, very close by.
For Kerala, this edition of the World Economic Forum proved to be a fruitful one. The state has positioned itself as a future-ready destination for global capital, with opportunities across renewable energy, digital technologies, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, food processing, and logistics.
We came up with a lot of preparation to showcase the strength we have in the priority sectors such as artificial intelligence, deep tech, medical technology, healthcare, and the traditional strength industries like tourism industry. It's true that we got into so many fruitful discussions, and it ended up in expression of interest valuing nearly $40 billion. Now the focus has to be shifted to converting the COEs into actual projects. Given the performance that we have done after the Invest Kerala Global Summit happened in last February 2025, we were able to convert 25% of expression of interest that we received in that summit into actual projects. The construction has already started in more than 100 projects.
As the World Economic Forum 2026 comes to a close, the conversations held here in Davos are expected to shape policy, partnerships, and investment flows in the months ahead. For Kerala, this has been a chance to present its story of inclusive growth, sustainability, and future-ready development. The message from Davos is clear. Kerala is ready to engage with the world and play a bigger role in the global economic story.